The project R is humming in the dark. Dust is dancing in the cold light, babe. Sitting alone in the velvet chair, watching the years play on the wall. The resolution is getting low. Colors are fading into winter gray. Nothing is real in this high exposure, just a series of flickering dreams. The shutter is moving too fast, capturing the moments of the regret. The silver screen is starting to shake. Ready for the final cut. Burn the reel until the light dies. I am a spectator of my own time, looking through the lens of the past. Everything is moving in slow motion, waiting for the ending that never comes. Cut to the edge of town. More the memory. The soundtrack is out of sync now, echoing through the empty cinema, rewinding the scenes of the failure, searching for a different perspective. The film is tearing at the edges. The image is losing the focus. Oh, 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 oh. The reel is stuck in the machine, burning a hole in the center. The heat is rising in the booth. The end is near. Stop the motion, erase the light. The light is gone, the screen is white, the credits are rolling in silence. Nothing is left to see. The cinema is closed. The heartbeat is not mine today. It echoes in a different way. Something is moving under the skin. Feeding on the silence of the room, growing in the garden of gloom. You are the shadow and the bone, taking the throne that I used to own. Searching for a weakness in the wall, waiting for the moment I will fall. The connection is a heavy steel chain, pumping the venom through the vein. The hunger is never satisfied. The light is starting to subside. Ready to give up the final control before you swallow the seeing the beauty in every single flaw. Symbiotic nightmare in the dark, leaving a permanent and deep mark. I am the host of a dying dream, tearing us all apart of the sea.
Every second is shorter than the last. The pulse is hitting a metal wall inside a heart that is beating too fast. Forgot the feeling in the solid ground as the horizon still bends away. I am a bullet with a broken aim, lost in the light of the dying day. The friction is burning, the soul, the gravity is losing the fight. There is no way to hit the brakes in the middle of this blind big night. Welcome to the acceleration of the end, breaking the limits of the human mind. Every memory is just a blurry after image, leaving the shadow of the dust behind. We are moving faster than the pain, so there's nothing left to find. The inertia is the only god I know, pulling the bike to the fire and slow. The wind is a scream in the empty air, drowning the voice of the ancient fear. Red line is flashing in the center of the eye, a beautiful warning before we die. The engine is screaming for a final rest, but the momentum is putting us to the test. No more control, push the limit, the edge. The red line, the metal, oh, it's melting. Don't look back, accelerate the speed. They said we were silenced, they said we were broken, but the fire beneath the ashes still smoking. Listen closely, can you hear the sound? The march of the forgotten, rising from the ground. To follow orders, living life on a deck. Every promise was poison, every rule a lie. But the spirit inside me refuses to die. No more submission. We fight for the light. I tear the blindfold off, I shatter the glass. The apathy they bred is forever in the past. For every soul that fell, for every silent tear, we turn that pain into fury. We turn that fury into fear. This is the struggle, the final stand. We grab the axe with a bloody hand, the chain breaker, the resistant prodigal. We will not fall, we will outlast them all. Fight, scream, free, fight. They send their armies clad in polished steel, but they can't crush the anger that we truly feel. Your structures are crumbling, your control is fading fast. The seed of rebellion was meant to truly last. We are the storm, we are the critical mass. Shatter the gate, son of the king, shatter the cage. The walls are collapsing, your fortress is dust. We feed on your weakness, we feed on your disgust. Drop, we will not yield. Our wounds are our shame. We are the unstoppable force. Even when we bleed, the cause remains. We trade our comfort for freedom from the chains. Our unity is the weapon they can never destroy. Reclaim what's ours, reclaim our sword. This is the struggle, the final stand. We grab the axe with a bloody hand, the chain breaker, the resistance prodigal. We will not fall, we will outlast them all. Fight, scream, break, free. Victory. Holding the stick made of bone flow. The audience is made of lead. Watching them moving through my hand. The spotlight is a burning eye. Looking for a mistake to judge. I am the only one who breathes inside this wooden box of sound. Tighten the strings until they bleed. The harmony is a sharp weapon. Follow the rhythm of the pulse, counting the beats of the fear. No one is allowed to speak. The score is written in the dark. Every rest is a hidden trap, waiting for the music to stop. The curtain is heavy with dust. The air is getting thick and cold. I am blood in the silver fire. Ready for the final crash. Play the symphony of the red rain. The sound of the string is snapping. I am the maestro is a ghost. The stage is gone. The foundation is shaken now, reaching the point of no return. The air is freezing at the peak. The catalyst is starting to burn. Everything leads to this moment, ready for the final transformation. Welcome to the ultimate stage, standing at the zenith of the world, breaking every chain of the iron law, finding the absolute truth in the cold. The end of the mountain of the dead souls. Every step is a heavy price to pay. The atom is split into 1,000 pieces, scattering the light across the dark sky. No more questions left to answer inside the silence of the perfect zero. The apex is crumbling, no more room to grow. The limit is shattered, blood turns into mercury. Looking down at the world below, a kingdom made of sand and dust. The crown is melting on the head, fusing with the skin and the bone. There is no higher place to go, just the endless void of the soul. Welcome to the ultimate stage, standing at the zenith of the world, breaking every chain of the iron law, finding the absolute truth in the cold. The end of the search is finally here. The peak is the end. Everything is vanished. Absolute zero. I appeared in your quiet night, like a flash of the sudden light. Knowing all the direction I came, just a spark without a name, cutting through the heavy cloud. For a moment I was loud, igniting the air with a golden streak, making the dark world look weak. The heat is rising from within, stripping away the layers of skin. Every second is a countdown to dust, fulfilling the hunger and the lust. I am not here to stay for long, just a note in a dying soul. under the feet. The concrete is hiding the screams of the memories we buried alive. We built a life on the graveyard of the promises we couldn't keep. The weight of the sky is a burden, pushing the soul into the deep. Fall into your bliss, break the layers of pride. They got no world is calling, no more room to hide. Strengthen us, feel the pulse and die. I am living in the underworld of the heart, where the shadows are the only light. Searching for the roots of the pain in the silence of the endless night. The word above is a fading dream, while I embrace the cold reality below. The fossils of the past are awake, tearing the nerves off the present time. Every secret is a drop of oil, feeding the fire in the basement. There is no map for this labyrinth, just the instinct of a broken man, finding the foundation of the truth in the place where the light began. golden ray, show her the face that I know. The reflection is a stranger. Standing in front of the silver wall, searching for the man I used to be. Every line is a map of her fall. Everything is changing in front of me. The eyes are hollow like a deep well, reflecting a story I can't tell. I am the prism of my own lies, breaking the light until the truth dies. The surface is starting to shine.